Hello, everyone. Today's devotional is titled, "The Tree Has Been Put Away." The tree has been put away. The manger set is packed up. The ornaments, lights, garland, all put away, and the world spins on. So I ask you this question. Was Jesus part of your Christmas? No one in my family came to church to celebrate Jesus, which is why I ask. And I did ask them to come. I invited them to come either Christmas Eve or Christmas Day or both, and all I got back was nothing. Remember the movie Back to the Future, Marty McFly? He went back in time and tried to match up his mom and dad, and it wasn't going very well. And he started to fade away in the movie into nothingness. Of course, it's a movie, so his scheme worked. They got together, his future was secured, yay, and there were 3 more sequels that came about after that. I bring this up because I see Jesus fading away. I see less of him every year. Why is violence, chaos, disregard for human life, why are these things increasing at a fever pitch? Headlines are scary. Let me give you some examples here. There was an attack on the Washington, D.C. power grid. College students, 4 of them, were knifed to death brutally. A newlywed was murdered in broad daylight. Putin continues his unwarranted attack on the Ukraine. The first transgender person was executed in the United States, and the media wants you to know what that person's last meal request was for. Athletes want you to know why they don't like each other. The kids who starred in Romeo and Juliet in 1968, 55 years ago, are suing the movie company because they say they talked them into posing nude. How is that possible? They were 15 and 16. They didn't have permission to do that without their parents' consent. Where were their parents? What were they thinking? Why are they complaining now, 55 years later, after they've become millionaires and that kicked off their careers? What's wrong with this picture? A couple was murdered in a secure retirement community. A funeral home that specializes in cremation was caught selling cadaver bodies, which went on for years, and they were giving fake cremains to the mourners. So wait, what has this got to do with a devotional? Well, here it is. What is the world devoted to? I can't even guilt my family into coming to church on Christmas. I would suggest this means that Jesus, God, is not on most people's minds or agendas. See, the people who won't even look at this devotional are the very people who should be reading it and listening to it, but we know that's not going to happen. Without Jesus, there is no peace. How many people in those headlines do you think had Jesus in their hearts this Christmas? Do you expect it to improve next year? How exactly do you think that might happen? Timothy 3:1-9 says, "But mark this, there will be terrible times in the last days. People will be lovers of themselves, lovers of money, boastful, proud, abusive, disobedient to their parents, ungrateful, unholy, without love, unforgiving, slanderous, without self-control, brutal, not lovers of good, treacherous, rash, conceited, lovers of pleasure rather than lovers of God, having a form of godliness but denying its true power, have nothing to do with such people." These are the kind of worms who come into your house and gain control over gullible people who are loaded down with sin and swayed by all kinds of evil desires. They always are learning, but they never come to a knowledge of the truth. Just as those who opposed Moses, so these teachers of today oppose the truth. They are people of depraved minds who, as far as faith is concerned, they reject. But they will not get very far because, as in the case of all these folks, their folly will be very clear to those of us who know the truth. That's it. That's our devotional. I suggest you take this devotional to those in your family who can't be bothered to come to church, who don't make Jesus a part of their lives, and read them. 2 Timothy chapter 3, 1 through 9. I'm going to do it. I hope you do too. You have a great day. God bless.